Hi, so I'm Sean McLaughlin, and this is my project. It's the Carbon Zero Home Project. We're a small nonprofit that wanted to rehab an existing house to as close to carbon neutrality as we could get. This is a 126-year-old home. It was foreclosed. It was vacant for 8 years, and so it's an affordable housing project. We're in the Hawthorne neighborhood in North Minneapolis, and the goal here was to find the least expensive path to a house that's fully electric that could then be run by completely on renewable energy. And one of the challenges for us in the affordable housing model is that there's a lot of cooks in the kitchen. There's a lot of funding sources, and all these funding sources have some say in how the house comes out. So some of the things we liked about what we did, and some of the things we had to work with even though they weren't our first choice. Of course, the brick veneer, we saved that, and we saved the roof and the footprint. We completely changed the front yard. They had an old retaining wall that had to go, and we took that out and we dug the yard back almost to the front porch, and then refilled it in. And we stair-stepped it to retain as much of the site water as we could. And we planted it with a lot of pollinating plants, and we also planted it with donated plants from my friends' houses, neighborhood houses around my neighborhood, another part of Minneapolis. Yeah.
So I take it these plants are adaptive, drought tolerant, more.
Yeah.
And you don't have to mow them, right?
You don't have to mow them.
Or maintain much of them, or do they have a lot of...
Yeah, it's pretty low. We try to go for as low maintenance as possible. Yeah.
Good. Well, why don't we head in?
Okay. So we saved the front steps, but we had to redo the wall around them and put a new railing, and we had to replace these first 3 steps here. This was a enclosed porch, so we opened it back up to try to bring the house more back into the community. Recycled PVC decking on the floor of the porch. This is the main room of the house. It used to be 3 smaller rooms, and we opened it up. We're going for kind of a modern loft concept. Yeah, and then we had to rebuild the stairways, so we had kind of an open concept here with an open stairway that floats away from the wall. I hand-built the stairs. This room was not originally a kitchen. It was probably either a bedroom or a main gathering room, because this was like the bunkhouse for the farm that was here. So it's a good-sized kitchen, and we tried to make a good use of it. Put in as much cabinetry as we could, and as much counter as we could. These counters were donated, and then this counter was salvaged from a job I did 5 years ago. We have one small bedroom back here.
It's original hardwood?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we salvaged the floors. We have all new doors. We couldn't salvage any of the doors because of lead abatement requirements. The windows also had to be replaced, but we want to replace them anyway because we put in triple pane Euro tilt and turns. So these open in or they tilt in.
Oh.
They're very nice. This actually has as much airflow as a fully open double hung.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, my fault. This is the original small bathroom here.
Low flow devices, shower heads.
Yes, low flow. Yeah, whisper green exhaust fan. We did have to put glass block in, but actually we put a high performance storm window on the outside of the glass block, and it was actually turned out to be the best sealed window in the house when it was all said and done.
And that bath fans, I assume, vented to the exterior?
Yeah. We have a bath fan vent to the exterior on each floor of the house.
Yeah.
So,
they insulated it, sealed up too through the attic.
yep.
Yep.
It's got R8 on it. Yep.
Good.
The basement is unfinished. We had a lot of challenges on this site with water getting into the basement. We had standing water in the basement when we started the project. So we did a lot to slope the site away from the house, but we also wanted to leave the foundation walls unfinished so they could dry to the inside as well. So what we did is we insulated the ceiling here. And then we built a large mechanical room, and then we insulated that so that all our appliances would be in conditioned space. Yeah. So this is just storage space here. Let's try to clean it up as best we could. Did not put very good windows down here, but we didn't feel it was important because it's not technically part of the envelope. Yeah.
It's like a brand new basement.
Yeah. Yeah, we were kind of lucky that someone had come in here and reinforced all the structure of the basement and built new foundation walls either in like 1959 or 60. I think the house would not have been saved. There was a chimney that dropped right here. We took the chimney out all the way from the roof down. And you could tell that the chimney brick came down to here, and then below, from about here down, was cinder block. So you could tell that that's where the original crawl space was. Yeah, just imagine like how someone was able to grab a hold of that chimney and support it in the middle of the house, and then dig out the basement around it.
Wow.
It's been quite a job.
So a lot of people, leave chimneys in, but I mean, there's some benefits or potential hazards by doing that, right? I mean,
yeah, the chimney gives you that stack effect. You're really pulling all the heat in your house up out of the roof and drawing all the cold air in from every gap and crack in your house. So yeah, in addition to having no chimney, we also have no attic access. And I was able to get the building inspector sign off on that. So we spray foamed the whole ceiling on both the lower part of the house and the two-story part of the house, and then put 16 inches of cellulose on top. So we have about R80 in our attic.
Wow.
Yeah. And R28 in the walls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's foam in those walls.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the upstairs walls.
Yeah, the upstairs walls. First I furred out every existing stud with an inch of foam, and then I put a 1x2 strip on there, and then we foamed the cavities with full 4 inches of foam that went from the foam on the stud around to the foam on the next stud. So we had continuous envelope and then we addressed the thermal transference through the wood. And then we also had, of course, the brick veneer on the outside of the sheathing, and we have about 3/8 of an inch air gap between the sheathing and the brick. So we do have some drying on the exterior of the house. So if any water penetrates through the brick, it can dry out. So we have almost like a rain screen sort of system here. It's going to be tricky to get around or something. Let's see.
I can come back this way.
Yeah. So here's our laundry room and our mechanical room. It's pretty good size. So we've got a high performance water heater which is gas, which would not have been our choice, but that was something the developer wanted.
Sealed combustion, right?
Sealed combustion, yep. High performance, multi-speed furnace, which also, the multi-speed is very handy because it doesn't run very much. And one of the issues in a high performance house like this is that your furnace is going to cycle for such short periods and so little of the time that you'll actually it will have a very short lifespan as a result.
So this is two-stage or modulating?
Modulating.
Modulating, okay.
So it kicks on and runs at very low speed for 20 minutes. And if that doesn't do the trick, then it bumps up to a higher speed and pumps more heat into the house. And that allows it to give it a longer cycle time. Yeah, I mean, we would be working in here and we had it set at 58 or 60 and we're going in and out the doors and it wouldn't kick on for hours.
Sure.
Yeah. This is our ERV, our energy recovery ventilation system. It saved us a lot of money because we were able to tie the ERV into the ducting system that we ran for the furnace. We did have to put all new ducts in. Yeah.
And so for those who don't know what these are, what do ERVs just basically do?
It brings air in from the outside and allows it to, and then integrates it with the air that's being used by the furnace, and then also sends air outside. So it exchanges air in the house, so you don't have the same stale air traveling around over and over again.
Now, with everything you did, how tight was this home?
We got to 1.8 air changes per hour at 50 Pascal.
Yeah, so definitely a good time for balanced air.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't sure what we'd get. I wanted to get below 2, and we did do that. I would have liked to get closer to 1. But there was a lot of on-the-job learning and sealing things up. I think I could get it tighter next time. Yeah. This is our rheostat for the RV. So right now it's set on at 10%, which is the lowest setting. We go up to 100%. Usually we set on 20%. But if the homeowner is opening and closing windows on a regular basis, then 10% is good. Although actually they do have their AC on, so you probably should bump it up to 20%. The more the time is on, the more energy you lose. So, which is kind of it's a tough part of the high performance house. This is our radon mitigation system. It was really important to put this in. It's also drain tile in case there's water in the basement. But because we tightened the house up so much, we wanted to make sure that we weren't trapping radon in here.
Head up?
Yeah, let's take a quick look upstairs. Is that upstairs?
I could use the bathroom quick, so.
Oh, we don't need to go upstairs. It's not that interesting.
Head outside.
Sure. This is our 3-season back porch here.
Let's see some of the water management strategies.
Yeah, so we kept the existing sidewalk and then we filled in with concrete along the side of the house. We could have done permeable pavers or something, but there's so much water coming through here that I just felt we needed to really ensure that it was all getting sent away. Yeah, I put pretty dramatic slope on this concrete. Sure.
Right. The rain garden throughout?
Yeah, we have a little rain garden here. It's a little overgrown now, but it's in there. It's not, it's closer than 12 feet to the house, so we didn't go full rain garden. But we did give a place for water to collect and settle in to some degree, but also easily overflow and then travel down the sidewalk and get away from the house. Yeah. And we've got a lot of slope here, so we pitched the backyard away from the house, kind of built a kind of a channel down the middle and then sent it all over here to the sidewalk because when we were first working here, it was January, and when the snow started melting in February and March, we had massive puddles coming in through this wall into the basement. Now the garage the original garage was a 3-car garage here, and it was fire damaged, so we had to tear it down. So we built a new garage, and we wanted to promote a single-car lifestyle, so we wanted to build a 1-car garage. But I also wanted a good roof for solar, so we added a carport beside the garage. So we've got a 3.2 kilowatt array on the garage roof.
You know what percent of power that?
It's modeled to supply all the electricity used by the house. It doesn't make up for the gas usage though.
Let's take a look around. Whole house air conditioning is nice. What's the SEER rating on it?
It's only a 16 SEER.
Oh,
Yeah,
pretty good for this climate, though.
It's not. It would have been better to go 18 SEER, but again, we just didn't have the budget. It also would have been a larger unit, which meant then we would have had to move it over here and lose even more yard because we wouldn't have been able to get around to the side of the house.
True.
Yeah.
So I do see some nice east and west access pitches on this house.
Yeah.
Is this something that, if there were future opportunities, can bear more solar?
Yeah, you could put more solar on here. Yeah, there's no more. You could even put more solar on the garage. I think you could probably bump the garage array up to 5 kilowatts if you had to.
Right.
Yeah.
So it has potential.
Yeah, I mean, the utility at this point won't allow you to put more than 120% of your electric use on your house.
Oh, that's
in
true.
terms of
So
solar.
if you use gas
Right.
instead of electric systems,
Right.
you
But
kind
if
of max out.
you could, with some work, switch this house to fully electric.
Right.
It would be another investment in the property, but it could be done.
Yeah.
And I think the house performs well enough; it could be fully electric.
Yeah.
We were raising money as we did this project, and we weren't even sure if we could spray foam at first. We weren't sure if we could get triple pane windows at first, so we weren't sure how well it would perform at the end. And I'd never done a project like this before. So,
Right.
yeah.
Well, anything else, or?
That's about it. Yeah, I would say the interesting thing about this, doing the GreenStar checklist, was that I was fixated on energy efficiency throughout this project, but working through the checklist, I discovered a lot of other things I could do, and I actually scored better in all the other categories besides energy. And the energy was the category I did scored the least percentage of points. Yeah, we still got a gold status, so I'm happy about that. Yeah.
So are you on to your next one, or?
Right now I'm doing smaller projects.
Okay.
I think if I did another one, I would like to do a new build, and I would like to do like a 4-plex or 6-plex.
Okay.
I really like the efficiency that comes with a larger building and more shared interior walls and shared services.
Okay.
Like a shared laundry and a shared solar array, and maybe hopefully put some geothermal in the site too.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for having us out here.
Sure.
Obviously, you did great work with the resources that you had, and a lot of existing homes that get renovations don't get anywhere near this level. So,
Yeah.
Great to see that. Great to see this work done. And where can people go and find more information?
Well, we have a website, carbonzerohome.org, and we also have a Facebook page, Carbon Zero Home. So you can check out either of those. There's a lot more information about this project and what we're trying to do. Yeah.
Thanks, John.
Sure. Thank you, Brett.